At this time, it is with great pleasure I would like to introduce our next speaker, a very distinguished leader of this community, a very distinguished leader of this community for many, many years, our distinguished Police Deputy Commissioner for the City of Philadelphia, Kevin Bethel.
You happy to be here? I have to be good today because he knows I'm a Channel 6 guy. So every year I get to rag him about how I love Channel 6, and I got my picture with Jim Gardner, but we're good.
That's okay. When you step up 4 more counts, you get to 10.
That's pretty good. First and foremost, let me begin by telling you what an honor it is always to be here. I think it's my 3rd or 4th year to be a part of this, and it seems to be growing every time we come here. And I want to congratulate Bill because, I mean, he's here every year. His group is always here supporting us. And I also want to thank the policy folks who are here and all the directors and everyone on the committee because it is very, very important for us. As I thought about and I always kind of find something to inspire me when I come here to talk, because I don't know if when you hear Gwen talk about the museum and heroism and all what this museum represents, I think when you leave here today, take a moment just to kind of search around and see exactly what it means. And when I first came here, I walked by and then, oh, what is this thing? And I walk in and I go into the glass shop, but I started to go home in different times and read more about it and read more about what they represent and all that it represents. So I found my way navigating again through their website when I found a tour that they give to young people who come in. And the tour had some themes, and I'll share those themes with you. One of the themes was appreciating diversity, resolving conflict, things ringing a bell with us, balancing rights and responsibility, and heroes of liberty. And I'll come back to that because that's what we're talking about tonight, about liberty and heroes, and understanding what that means. And so I look at that, and when you think about where policing is today and the things we just saw recently in the news, all too often policing and public safety forget that. Forget that we have those responsibility to be diverse, the responsibility to embracing people, to be a responsibility of knowing what's going on in our communities and how to embrace that and how to work through those things. And so I thought that was very, very unique to see that because it's something that we recognize in policing and public safety across this region and across this nation because we are all now connected. Whether you believe it or not, there's a national firefighters and there's a national police department, even though no one wants to say that. The things that happen in other parts of the country now are ours. I don't live in Ferguson, but I own it because it's something that represents us as a nation and our liberties. And when we talk about liberties and freedoms and how we police that. When you go through the site, though, I thought it really, really was unique because as you move down, it identified 5 characteristics that out of that theme that they wanted to drive home with the young people when they came through here. And one of the things that those things were empathy, respect, responsibility, integrity, and the final word was courage. Without courage, you can do none of that. And they accentuated that on the site to make you understand that if you don't have courage to step out of yourself and take on those responsibilities when you see wrong, if you don't have courage to go out there and you see a fire and you go into a fire, if you don't have courage when you're in corrections, you're going down some of the darkest places and some of the most challenging to save people's lives, and you say, why would you do that? Then none of that means anything. And so we are all blessed to be in the positions we are. I was at an event not too long ago, and one of the preventers stood up and said, why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we get up and do this? Why would we get up and do jobs that we may not ever come home? It can't be because of the money. I mean, because we all embrace those values and those value sets that make us what we are. And when we understand that and we embrace that, we are the best at what we do. And so I just want to, on behalf of Commissioner Ramsey, who could not be here today, to once again thank the museum for all of their support. I cannot begin to tell you how much this means to us in public safety. I'm sure the commissioners here as well, how important this is to us. And so I just wanted to thank the families, congratulate the men and women, and all of those who are going to give an award, because I want to thank you for your courage and the work that you do each and every day. I know I speak on behalf of the chiefs in the room. Some of I've met before I came in, that we appreciate everything you do each and every day. After 29 years, I get up just as excited about this job as I ever have. So God bless each of you and to your families, and we'll have a good night tonight. Thank you.